Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where everything is just bad. I think everyone's aware of that already. Today we're covering Superman number 18 and the second story, The Heat Horror. And actually another blast of a Superman story. The Superman number 18 has really started strong. So there is a heat wave going around in Metropolis during the winter. This is different from that Action Comics story where there was a cold wave happening during the summer. That was like back in the 20s, maybe the teens of Action Comics. It's a while ago. It's so hot, Superman is having trouble breathing in his normal Clark Kent suit. Not a human suit he wears, but the suit that Clark Kent generally wears. Man, why did I make that confusing? Also, Superman doesn't technically have to breathe for a long time, but whatever, he's sweating. He's miserable. Everyone is miserable. A farmer contacts Lois and Clark about a message in his field. And yes, his cornfield has a message in it. It's not some sort of UFO circle or crop circle. That's what I meant. Crop circle. It's an actual message warning that if Metropolis is not evacuated in the next 24 hours, everyone will die, presumably from the heat. With no leads to go on, Lois and Clark return home. Lois receives a message to go into the woods. Now, Lois, you've gone into the woods by yourself like twice now. Well, once with Jimmy. And both times have been some sort of trap, so maybe you shouldn't... No, you're going to go into the woods. Of course she is. She's immediately captured by a couple of men who have dug a pit. They lower her into the pit, which is full of lions. I don't know why they didn't just throw her in there if they wanted to kill her. Whatever, we gotta give time for Superman to show up. Time is given for Superman to show up because Lois is missing and he ends up finding her pretty quickly because she left the message about the woods. He shows up and starts beating on some lions, which seems a little unfair, but he does fling them out of the pit, which probably means they survived, and he saves them from the molten steel that they pour into the pit to deal with him. Hey, I don't think that would actually work, but at least it's an idea of dealing with Superman, unlike some other people who just shoot guns at him. Superman then escapes with Lois by digging a hole. As soon as he's out, the heat suddenly increases on the woods, turning them into ash. Clark only has enough time to get him and Lois out. That means the lions died, and the henchmen. It's really disappointing. It's actually pretty upsetting. The next day, Clark receives a message from the telescope and the operator telling him that there is a meteor in the sky. And in fact, it is indeed a meteor that's just hanging out in the atmosphere. It's not moving or anything. So that's suspicious, and we know who it's going to turn out to be. Clark ends up hitching a ride with a bunch of henchmen and gets on the meteor where the meteor is being controlled. Well, the meteor is more of like a space station dressed up as a meteor, and the only man who can pull this off, yes, Luthor. That means the story is going to be great because Luthor always brings the A game, and he did survive his last fight with Superman, and he brought a meteor this time. That's something. Luthor uses a cold ray on Superman. Wow, he's really running the gambit with his elements. He has a heat wave and a gun that shoots cold. Captain Cold's going to be pissed when he exists. Now, Superman gets frozen a lot, usually through hypnotism. And how does he deal with it? Well, he just breaks out because that's how he ends up dealing with it. So it's really dumb to try to freeze him at this point without some other plan to contain him, because he's just going to break out of it. And once he breaks out of it, Luthor has unleashed 3 magnifying glasses. Yep, that is what's causing the heat wave. The meteor has 3 magnifying glasses that can retract back into the meteor. So he's just increasing and magnifying the sun at Metropolis. I think this would have caused more fires already. But now that Superman's out, he's gonna wreck some crap. So the meteor starts kind of breaking down. One of the henchmen actually, by the way, brings up that Luthor is great because Luthor always makes things tough for Superman. And that is why Luthor has great Superman stories. He makes things tough for Superman. He's right on the money on that. Superman then breaks the meteor, so that issue is dealt with, though there's going to be a whole problem with people needing to escape, and Luthor does escape. So Luthor's coming back. We knew he was going to come back. He always comes back. We don't even pretend to fake his death here. And when Clark comes back to Earth, we end this comic how we generally end Superman stories. Lois is annoyed that Clark scooped her. I guess it's winter now, so everything's good. Yeah, this is a blast of a comic. It's about Superman taking down a meteor with 3 magnifying glasses. What about that do you not love? And it's Luthor, and Luthor makes things hard, just like the henchman said. Okay, that is it from Superman number 18, The Heat Horror. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And where did Luthor get the money for all this? He's not rich yet. Okay, have a great day.